This is KCCK's Culture Crawl. My name's Dennis Green, and I am with Jamie Siefken today. Jamie is the general manager at Cedar Ridge Winery and Distillery, just south of Cedar Rapids, between Cedar Rapids and Iowa City. But he's here representing the Iowa Cultural Corridor Alliance. Every month or so, we have somebody from the ICCA board stop by and talk about things that are happening in the community. So first off, Jamie, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you here.
Yeah, it's a really, Cedar Ridge is really close. It's an easy little jog over here, but I'm such a glad to be here and be able to sit down with you guys.
And we'll talk. I know you brought some events to talk about, but let's talk a little bit about Cedar Ridge. First of all, most people in Cedar Rapids and Iowa City area are familiar with Cedar Ridge, growing grapes just south of Swisher. Made wine for several years, but then recently you started distilling whiskey, and that has really been kind of a big growth area.
Yeah, it's been a huge boom. I mean, when you think of the Midwest and Iowa, you think of the heartland and grains and corn, right? So, that's kind of was the thought process. It was nothing, groundbreaking or shattering as far as the idea. I mean, most spirits in the world are made from corn, not just whiskeys, but most vodkas and corn's the number one grain used in the world when it comes to distilled spirits. So, Jeff and his crew kind of got together to get some lobbying done. And in 2005, we started distilling, but it wasn't until 2010 until we really got serious with our bourbon and some other products. And we released that July 1st, 2010. And it's been a big boom, and we've had expansion about 2 years ago on our whiskey production facility, and then right now we have right across the street. Actually, they're just moving dirt, so it's very first stages of it. But we're putting up some more storage for our whiskey barrels and a parking lot, of course, because we've had parking issues since 6-7 years now.
Because in addition to doing the work of making the wine and distilling the whiskey, it has your facility has become a real destination for people to come and tour, but also you serve food, you serve, you rent the place out for receptions and things like that. It's really kind of become a full-service attraction.
Well, thank you very much, Dennis. Yeah, we fortunate enough to be right off the interstate, in between two great communities, right in the middle of the corridor. Easy to get to, no gravel roads, anything like that. So that makes it convenient for folks in the area. And then we've always tried to just get the best of the best staff of the people, professionals in the industry. And right now our kitchen staff, and event staff is top notch in my opinion in this area. And the food that they're kicking out of there is amazing. We have a brick oven, so we do more of a classic style pizza, which are very popular. And then we've been doing some Friday night grills. When the weather's nice like this, we can do a little bit more. We're not stuck inside, I guess is the easy way to put it. But we have a pork chop grilled sandwich right now that we're doing. But yeah, I mean, our events are just spectacular, and it's a destination, especially this time of year.
And I see you've got some events both for your place and otherwise kind of going on around the community. That's what our the ICCA board members come in once a month or so and just kind of look at the calendar themselves and say, well, what interests me? So tell me, as you looked at the 3,000 events or something like that on culturalcorridor.org, what are the ones that kind of jumped out for you?
Yeah, it's like you said, there's a lot of events to choose from. We have a lot of stuff going on, and our website, culturalcorridor.org does wonderful thing about organizing it and make it simple for people living in this area to really fine tune and find the event they want to do in the times. What's really sticking out for me is tonight down in the Ped Mall in Iowa City, they have their Friday night concert series still going on. There's a really cool band that's playing there this evening. It starts at 6:30. If I wasn't working, it's tomorrow night, Friday night, excuse me. If I wasn't working myself, that's where I would be.
It's the Brothers Beaker, I believe.
It is the Brothers Beaker. It is, yeah. So I've never seen them, but I was interested in maybe trying to reach out to them, give them out at the winery someday. But and then there's some really cool car shows going on this weekend as well. Down in Manas, they have a Model A car show going on from, I think it's 10 to 3, and that really stuck out to me. So maybe I'll go down and check that out on Saturday.
Oh, sounds like a lot of fun. Of course, there are hundreds and thousands of other events listed on culturalcorridor.org, and you are doing music and entertainment events pretty regularly at the winery, correct?
Yeah, we have, so Friday night year-round, we do live music from 6 to 9, local musicians. Sometimes we get some regional acts in as well. And then Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4, May through September, we'll do that. And that's more of a outdoor, weather permitting type of casual, guy, a girl and a guitar type of thing. But we had a great band last Friday. It was the Dandelion Stompers came in last Friday. That were just amazing. They're the first time they're out there. And it was
we love the Dandelion Stompers.
Yeah, they're fun. It's a different band than we typically have, and they, it was really swanky and really fun. Yeah.
Well, as I said, you can look at check out culturalcorridor.org, and Hollis is going to have some more events to talk about here in just a minute. But if people want, for some reason, I can't imagine, people aren't familiar with Cedar Ridge, how do they visit you online?
Yeah, so, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that, normal social media. But our website is crwine.com, really easy to find. I do want to throw out real quick, Dennis, is we have a new whiskey coming out on Friday the 19th, so I just want to give a shout-out about that. Yeah, it's a single malt whiskey, so it's a Scotch-style whiskey, but, since we're in America, we can't call it Scotch. But it's actually finished in some port wine barrels, and so it's a silver label, very limited release. I think we have less than 200 bottles available. That will be released tomorrow morning at 11 a.m.
So a big weekend for you guys.
Big weekend, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Jamie Siefken from Cedar Ridge Distillery and Winery and near Swisher in the Cedar Rapids and Iowa City area. Jamie, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Dennis.
Stop by again.
Absolutely.